Okay, so to start with, I would request everyone to get into child's pose. We are doing a forward fold and lateral bending special. So child's pose. Let it all go and start off by being completely relaxed. So let your elbows reach the mat, doesn't matter, as long as you find your zone of comfort and you get your breath. And then you let the rest of the day start getting detached from your consciousness so that you can focus more fully on the here and the now. Breathing is a little difficult with your child's pose, so make the most of it. You can actually increase the length of your exhales and feel good about it. And then just to give you a background, we're doing forward folds and side bends. So this is the beauty of yoga, that normally a back bends counter pose is considered to be a forward fold, but not immediately. You kind of remove the stress of a back bend with a twist. So that's what we did together. But then back bends and forward folds are like the opposite movement. So they kind of linked. And then once again, with the forward fold, the lateral stretches kind of take the Mickey out of the forward folds and vice versa. So each of the spinal movements kind of build and complement each other. And your child's pose is your first pose that you're literally born with. It's literally called the fetal position. So it should be the most natural. But what happens is as we grow up, we tend to lose that ability to contract into the hip flexors. When you're ready, reach your fingertips forward, energize through the shoulders, which means let your elbows rise up and you push down into the outer edges of your pinky fingers. Reach further forward with your fingers as you reach further back with your tailbone, effectively trying to flatten out your spine to the extent you can. One nice little breath, and then tuck your toes in, lift your hips, and slowly move to down dog, which is also a forward fold, a very nice forward fold if you can't do your child's pose very well. And then bend your knees one at a time, cycle through, and as you bend your left knee, push your right heel down more into the mat. As you bend your right knee, see if you can get your shoulders back towards your knees a little more. So keep cycling and keep seeing if you can improve your down dog to the extent you can. Spread your fingers, external rotation of the arms at the shoulder. So effectively, you're shining your armpits in towards each other. And then if you've done enough of your cycling, straighten both your knees, push the backs of your thighs towards the wall behind. Find the stability in your down dog. Make sure that your feet are about 2 fist distance apart. Make sure your heels are lining up behind your second and third toes. When you're ready, get your right foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop down on your left knee. Walk that left knee further back if you wish to, and then climb both your palms onto your right knee. Stay with your spine vertical. So no need to get into a back bend. We're going into a different direction today. Inhale, take your left arm all the way up. Circle your left arm up. Become tall. Reach your left fingertips even higher, and then push your left fingertips over to the right. So it's your first side bend. To the extent you can. Keep that right knee pushing in towards the center. Keep reaching across. So try and get a huge stretch on the left side of your torso. When you're ready, slowly release your left palm down on either side of your front foot. Pick up your left knee. Get your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Stay with your knees bent and then slowly straighten out your knees. Get your hips over your heels, your palms behind your calves or your ankles, whatever works. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, use your biceps to pull you in with a straight spine. Now, if you're finding resistance into your forward fold, bend your knees a quarter of the way. See if you can then get your heart towards your knees a little more, and then slowly straighten out your knees into your best little forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, spine parallel to the floor, chin up, fingertips reaching down, elbows straight. Your shoulder blades are pulling in towards each other a little bit. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Bend your knees if you need to. Then reach your fingertips up and then exhale, circle your palms all the way down. Once again, forward fold. Get your palms on either side of your feet. Bend your knees. Get your right foot all the way back. Drop your right knee down on the mat. Keep taking your right knee further back, but your left knee is over your left ankle. Walk your palms up to your left knee. Stay tall. Keep pushing your tailbone down and forward. Inhale your right arm up towards the ceiling. Reach your fingertips up even more on the inhale and exhale, lateral bend to the left. So everything remains in the same plane. Your spine remains in the same plane. You don't tilt forward. You're just tilting to the side. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, lateral bend a little more. And then slowly release your palms all the way forward. On either side of your front foot. Tuck your back toes in, front foot all the way back, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Drop your right knee down. Make sure your right knee is in under your right hip. So walk it forward a little bit. Make sure your right palm is directly in front of your right knee. So in the same line as your right knee. Drop your left heel down so that your left arch is behind your right toes. Turn so that you face the left side of your mat, your left palm on your left hip. So it's effectively a side plank. Now you're still not doing a lateral stretch. If you can release circle your left arm overhead. So left arm next to left ear, reach through your fingertips. Now you should be feeling a stretch on the left side of your torso. Push your left pinky toe, left outer edge of your foot into the mat even more as you reach across with your left palm. Pull out of your right shoulder. Stay, very good, Ranjini. That was so noticeable, coming out of your right shoulder. Slowly release back to all fours. Drop your left knee down in line with your right knee. Extend your right knee, right toes all the way back. So yeah. Make sure that your left knee is under your left hip, your left palm is in line with your left knee. Drop your right heel down, right arch behind your left toes. Turn to face the right side of your mat, right palm on your right hip. Inhale, circle your right arm overhead and across next to your right ear. Reach through your right fingertips. Pull out of your left shoulder. Push down with your right outer edge of the foot. See if you can bring your right palm down even more. So you feel that stretch even more, that lateral stretch. So the left side of your torso is contracting. It goes with the territory of a lateral bend. The right side of your torso is extending. Stay with your breath. Inhale, reach further out with your right fingertips. Exhale, push down into your right pinky toe. Slowly release back to all fours. Tuck your toes in. Slide your knees slightly back before you reach into your down dog. Take your left foot all the way up, but keep your hips level. Reach through your left toes. Point your left toes or flex your left ankle, whichever works. Keep taking those toes higher as you reach your right heel down towards the mat. Make sure your left shoulder pushes back so that it's in line with your right shoulder. Sweep your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your right heel down, heel to arch alignment. Keep your hips low. Circle sweep your right arm into warrior two. So let's start with warrior two. As you push down into the outer edge of your right foot, keep pushing your left hip down and forward towards your left heel. Increase the length of your spine. Relax your shoulders away from the ears, but energize through your fingertips. Turn your head so that your chin is over your left shoulder. Calmly look way past your left index finger. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, drop your right palm down. Left palm circles up and across, peaceful warrior. So warrior two is a great setup for your lateral bending. We do this all the time. Enjoy your lateral bends. Stay with your breath. As you inhale, try and reach your left fingertips even further back. As you exhale, reach your right palm down towards the mat. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Let's go in stages. Next, inhale, spine tall. Exhale, left forearm on left thigh. Circle your right arm across. So first turn your right palm up towards the sky and then circle across. Push that right shoulder back. See, it's a mild stretch on the right side of your torso. Then, only if you can and only if you want to, left palm reaches down to your left calf and then slides down towards your left ankle. Reach your right fingertips across. So now you're getting into a deeper lateral bend. Stay with your breath. Slowly come back to warrior two. Jump. Windmill your palms all the way around. Get your back foot all the way forward, deep forward fold. Now see if you can bend your knees if you need to. Hook your big toes with your index and middle fingers. And then slowly raise your hips up to straighten your knees to the extent you can. Not everybody will be able to get their knees straight. And this is not an ego thing. As long as you're feeling the stretch in your hamstrings, in your lower back, I am good. If you need to start bending your elbows, use your biceps to get your heart closer to your knees. And it's perfectly all right with me if your knees remain bent a bit. Slowly release your fingers. Inhale, come up halfway. Reach your heart forward. Keep your chin up. It's like your heart wants to run away from your pelvis. Though it's in the same line as your pelvis, your heart wants to literally run away. It's literally pulling your pelvis forward, which means you got to put a little more weight into your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, grab the backs of your ankles if you want. If you can, land your palms down on either side of your front foot. If you want, turn your fingertips towards the back of the mat. If you want, slide your palms so that your wrists are behind your heels. Go wherever it works. So all this is optional. As long as you're still holding a forward fold, I think you're good. The rest is just to take you a little further, to directionally take you a little further. When you're ready, inhale, maybe bend your knees all the way to the top. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Palms on either side of your feet, bend your knees, get your left foot all the way back. Drop your left heel down, heel to arch alignment. Circle your left palm all the way across to warrior two. Push down into the outer edge of your left foot. Heel to arch alignment. So right heel in line with your left arch. Push your right hip down and forward towards your right heel. Your right knee is pushing outwards. Your right thigh is externally rotating. So if you look inside your right knee, you should be able to see your right big toe. But stop looking there. Instead, focus your gaze way past your right index finger. Remain calm. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, drop your left palm down. Turn your right palm up. Circle over and across. Now, as you get into this lateral bend, it helps if your right hip keeps moving down and forward even more, because the natural thing to do is to lift your right hip. Avoid that temptation. Push, you'll need to consciously push your right hip down and forward as you take your right fingertips over and across. As you exhale, reach your left palm even further down. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Get your right forearm on your right thigh on the exhale. Turn your left palm up, circle all the way across. Push your left shoulder back so that your shoulders are stacked. Your body remains in one plane. Reach through your left fingertips. Maybe bear down a little bit with your left palm. So you feel that stretch on the left side of your torso. If you can, and if you want to, right palm slides down to your right calf and then slowly slide it down all the way to your right ankle. If your left shoulder is tipping forward, consciously use your core. The movement comes from your core. Don't just jerk your left shoulder back. Use your waist to push that left shoulder back. Stay with your breath. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, left shoulder moves back a little more. Why on the exhale? Because when you exhale, you're kind of contracting your core. Inhale, come back. Warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Front foot all the way back. Hips up and back. And take your right foot all the way up. Reach your right foot up, 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 up. Release your right foot down. Drop down to your knees. Walk your knees so that your knees are directly under your hips and your shoulders are over your wrists. Yes, you need that little adjustment. Extend your left knee, straighten out your left knee. Drop your left heel down behind your right toes. Yeah. Same thing as last time. So turn to face the left side of the mat. Your left arm circles across next to your left ear. Now, either you enjoy this side stretch. If you want, float your left leg up. So your left leg is parallel to the floor. The way to do that is to reach strongly with your left fingertips. So your center of gravity keeps shifting forward, allowing your left leg to rise. Hold it in the core. Stay with your breath. Pull out of your right shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Release. Come back to all four. Straighten your right knee, right toes all the way back. Drop your right heel down, toes to arch, and then get into your side plank, pulling out of your left shoulder, your right arm circling across next to your right ear. And if you want, lift your right leg up. So your shoulders are aligned. Your right ankle is flexing or you're pointing with your right toes, whatever works. And you're pulling out of your left shoulder. Stay with your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to all four. Hips up and back. Down dog. Take your right leg all the way up. Reach through your toes, preferably. Keep your hips level. Sweep your right foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your left heel down, heel to arch alignment. Come up, warrior two. Straighten your right knee, standing triangle. And now we're going to move to triangle. So you're going to reach with your right fingertips. Try and remain in one plane. Keep reaching with your right fingertips forward and see if you can avoid your left shoulder tipping forward. Keep reaching as far forward as you can. When you find a natural barrier, so either it'll be your right adductors or your left shoulder tipping forward, one of this will start giving. When you get that sensation of things aren't moving any further, circle, sweep your right palm down, left palm all the way up. You should be feeling it on the left side of your torso. Stay for a few breaths here. 5, 4. With each inhale, keep elongating your spine. With each exhale, keep pushing your left shoulder back. Now, if you want, stay here. If you want, circle sweep both arms into namaste over your head without lifting your spine. Then, if you're there, push your elbows in towards each other. Reach further forward with your fingertips. Reach your left shoulders back so that you remain in one place. 4, 3, stay with your breath. 2, 1 last count. Circle back to classic triangle. From here, look down at your right toes. Bend your right knee. Circle up, warrior 2. Windmill your palms all the way forward on either side of your front foot. Back foot all the way forward, deep forward fold. Bend your knees. Lift your right toes. Push your right palm under your right foot. So the soft of the palm is in contact with the sole of the foot. Push your right toes down again. So your right toes should be somewhere on top of your right wrist. Keep your knees bent. Now lift your left toes up. Push your left palm under your left foot. So your left toes are somewhere over your left wrist. Push your left toes down again. Now slowly start straightening your knees to the extent you can. Then if you can, push your toes down into the wrist. It's like your toes want to push your wrists into the mat. And then start engaging your shoulders. Pull your wrists up. It's like your wrists want to peel your toes off the mat. Let both the actions happen simultaneously. So in your forward fold, you're not only going to feel it on your hamstrings, you should now be feeling it on your upper back too. Get that fight going between your wrists and your toes. If you can't completely straighten your knees, don't worry. Keep your knees bent wherever your flexibility takes you, as long as you feel the stretch in your hammies, your upper back, and your lower back. Bend both your knees. Get your fingertips on either side of your feet. Get your right foot all the way back. Keep your right knee straight, hips low. Drop your right heel down, heel to arch alignment. Circle up, warrior 2. Straighten your left knee. Straighten your left knee. Reach forward with your left fingertips. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Being mindful of keeping your right shoulder back. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, keep reaching with your left fingertips. When you reach your limit, that is either your left adductors are screaming or your right shoulder starts tipping forward, circle your left palm down, right palm up, classic triangle. Make sure your shoulders remain stacked. Make sure your knees remain straight. If your left fingertips don't reach down all the way to the mat, it's no big deal. Keep your left palm in touch with your left calf, your left knee, or your left thigh, wherever it reaches, no problem. Just don't put weight into that left palm. It's touching the thigh or the calf only for balance. The weight is carried by your core. If you want to, and if you've done it on the other side, circle sweep your arms overhead into Namaste. Then focus to get your elbows close to one another. Extend your elbows completely. Reach your fingertips forward. Right shoulder moves back. Stay with your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back to triangle. Look down at your left toes. Bend your left knee. Windmill your arms to warrior 2. Windmill your palms all the way on either side of your front foot. Your left foot goes all the way back, hips up and back, down dog. Take your left leg all the way up. Reach up with your left foot. Keep reaching your toes even higher. And then drop your left foot down. Drop down to your knees. Child's pose. Take it easy. Reach your fingertips forward, so it's not a complete relaxation. Cross your left, so leave your right palm where it is. Don't move your right palm. Cross your left palm over and across your right palm. And then keep reaching through your left fingertips. So you should be feeling a stretch on the left side of your toes. But keep pushing your left hip further back. Uncross. And then get your right palm across and over your left palm. Keep reaching over and across with your right fingertips, but keep pushing your right hip further back. Slowly release. Tuck your toes in, push back, down dog. Walk or jump your feet all the way to the top of your mat. And come slowly to standing. So just simple standing. Okay, I'm going to move into balance. So if you feel you find it difficult to stay steady on one foot, get a piece of furniture to assist you. So get a chair. So Ranjini, if you can face the camera now. Okay. So if you want, just take a few seconds to get some chair next to you. I know Ranjini doesn't need one, but if anyone feels unstable in your balances, do keep a chair in front of you so that you can hold on to it. The first, we'll start with the forward folds. So first, make sure both your toes are pointing straight forward. Push all your weight into your left foot. Take your right foot, sorry, I keep yawning when I talk too much. Take your right foot, right ankle, and cross it over your left knee. So you're getting into figure of 4. Yeah. No, cross it over. It's not, yeah. No, it's not the knee completely over. It's, yeah, that's it. There you go. Now keep pushing that right knee towards the wall behind. And now if you are a little like Ranjani with your left hip poking out to the left, try and get it back into the center. Try and keep your spine growing tall. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach up. And if you can, exhale, forward fold. If you need to hold on to your chair, hold on to your chair in front of you. And then use the side arms of the chair to slowly walk your palms down to as far as you can. If you can hold your balance, nothing like it. If you can't reach all the way down to the mat, but if you want to wrap your palms around your calf, it's a little more difficult because you're getting into real balance stuff. If you can do that, it's great because then you can use your palms to pull your heart in towards your calf. Now I'm going to ask you to circle sweep your arms all the way back up. But to do that, first bend your standing knee a bit so you get a little more balanced. And then inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Good job. Yeah. If you want to interlace your fingers and make a gun with your index fingers, and then see if you can tilt over to the left. So keep pushing your right hip down as you reach your palms over to the left. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Let everything go. Shake it out. Okay, are we ready to do it on the other side? Push all your weight into your right foot. Make sure your right toes are facing forward. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, figure of 4. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Make sure your right hip is pushing in towards the center. It's not pushing out to the right. It's very tempting for the right hip to push out. You just feel it's more natural. Inhale, keep reaching your palms up. Exhale, forward fold. If you're using a chair, go ahead. Use the sides of the chair to walk your palms down as much as you can, as long as you're feeling the stretch in your hammies and your glutes. Maybe a little bit on your lower back. Now work towards lengthening your spine in your forward fold. And Ranjani, even you, if you can get your palms behind your calf and pull in. And if you can't, one palm is enough. Use your biceps to pull yourselves in. 3, 2, 1. Bend your standing knee a wee bit. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. And it's okay to kind of overbalance and then get back in. Now, interlace your fingers, make a gun with your index fingers. and then lateral bend over to the right. Now is when you want to push your right hip in towards the midline, and you want to keep pushing your left hip down towards the mat. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to do a little deeper forward fold, but do this only to the extent you can. And if you can't, feel free to move back to what we just did, which is figure of 4, ankle to knee. Okay, now make sure your left toes are facing forward, all your weight on your left foot. Get your right heel to the junction of your left thigh and the torso. No, not the groin, the left thigh and the torso in front. There you go, yes. So keep holding on to your right foot with your left palm. If it just hangs in there, great. Try to point your right knee down and back a little bit if you can. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold to the extent you can. Now your fingertips may reach down. If they don't, you will probably need to keep your standing leg bent a bit to keep you balanced, because if you're just hanging in thin air, you'll need to probably bend your left knee. If you can straighten it out, wonderful. If you want to, circle your right palm behind your lower back and try and hold on to your right toes without lifting your right hip too much. If you want to, release your left palm behind your left calf and pull yourself in, enjoy the balance. If you can't, it's fine. I totally understand. Remember, it's not about ego, it's about finding your limits. It's about Sukham Sthiram Asanam, finding a stable pose in which you can be happy. Not an ideal pose, but a stable pose that you can find your breath in, that you can feel satisfied with. So also in life, aim for stability, aim for satisfaction rather than perfection. When you're ready, slowly release your toes, bend your standing knee a bit, circle sweep your arms all the way up and let it go. So you need to bend your standing knee a bit to come up. Very good. Shake it out. When you're ready, all your weight on your right foot, right toes pointing forward. Left heel goes into the junction of the right thigh and the right torso. If this is too much, left ankle to right knee is fine. Try to get your left knee pointing down towards the mat and back. Inhale, circle sweep, arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. If you're just hanging in air, you probably want to bend your right knee, so you find a little bit of stability. If you want to, circle your left palm behind your lower back and try and hold on to your left toes. If you want to, get your right palm behind your right calf, use your biceps to pull you in even more. Try not to open out your left hip too much. Stay with your breath. Remember, Sukham Sthiram Asanam. Hold on to your chair if you need to. The lower part, the lower leg of your chair. Find your steadiness, find your peace. But continue with your stretching to whatever is your limit. No two individuals will be the same, so no two poses will look the same, but they can feel the same. So even if you're getting your heart to your knee or not, you can still feel the stretch in your hamstring. That's what we are shooting for, nothing else. It's not about the looks, it's about the feeling. Bend your knee, standing knee in, circles, release your toes, of course. In whenever you're ready, circle sweep your arms all the way up. And release. Good job. Shake it out for a bit. Everyone's doing okay? Show me a thumbs up, Ranjini, if you still have the strength or you want to walk it down. No, you're fine. Okay, good. Now we're going to do a tree. So we'll do the tree. Again, for the tree, you can use your chair for support. And if you've nailed the tree, and even if you haven't, you can still continue to use the chair for support. We'll do a laterally bent tree. So whenever you're ready, all your weight in your left foot, right heel pushes into the groin, right foot on left thigh pushing into right foot, right knee pushing back towards the wall behind, left hip point pushing back towards the wall behind. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Join your palms together if you want. Interlace your palms. It gives me a lot more traction. And then keep taking your palms up. If you want, just hang on to your tree, enjoy your tree. If you want to get into your side bends, release your right palm onto your right thigh, the knuckles on the thigh. Inhale, reach up, knuckles on the thigh. Inhale, reach up even so you're soft on the palm facing up. I know this is, yeah, simple. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up. Exhale, push over to the right. So left fingertips over to the right. Stay with your breath. Slowly release, come back to tree. Left palm on left hip. Inhale, take your right palm even higher. Exhale, right palm over to the left. Keep pushing your right knee back. Reach across. If you want, release your left palm to go into Namaste. But keep bending. So left shoulder moving in an arc towards the left wall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to tree. And release. So if you were doing this with support, you know you just got to kind of hold the chair with one palm and then get the palm across. When you're ready, left heel in towards the groin, left foot pushing against the right thigh pushing into the left foot. Your left knee moving towards the wall behind, your right hip point moving towards the wall behind. Inhale to tree. Interlace your fingers, make a gun with your index finger. Keep reaching your index fingers up even more. Left back of the palm rests on the left thigh, or you can hold the chair with your left palm. Inhale, take your right arm up. Exhale, right arm across. Now, if you want, push your right hip further to the right. Slowly come back to tree. Take your time. So you can switch your palms if you're holding the chair. Now hold the chair with your right palm, or get your right palm to your right hip. Inhale, take your left arm even higher up. Exhale, push down, side bend with your tree. If you want, optionally circle your right palm to Namaste and reach your fingertips more to the side as you reach your left knee further to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Come down to seated. Ranjani, keep facing the camera, please. So come down to seated. Get your sit on your hips with your feet forward. Get your left foot as far, so circle your left foot as far to the left as you can. Bend your right knee, right foot to left thigh. Right knee down towards the mat. So yeah, we're getting into a side bend. Your left back of the palm on your left thigh, and then slide it forward so that you start reaching your left palm to your left toes wherever is possible without tipping your right shoulder forward. So your right shoulder keeps moving back. Either reach for your right toes and hold on to your right toes. If not, tuck your left palm under your left calf and then circle your right arm across and over, side bend. Extreme case, your right palms might want to reach your left toes. Whatever you do, push your right hip further into the mat. Stay with your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Push your right hip forward so your hips are now level. So same position. We're gonna do Janu Sirsasana. So basically your left thigh is now neutral in the pelvis. Earlier your left thigh was kind of pushing out of the pelvis as much as it could. Now your left thigh is neutral in your pelvis. You're sitting squarely on both your hips. Inhale, your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold over your left thigh. Yeah. So if you can reach for your foot, well and good. If you can't, both your palms under your left calf, slide them forward towards your heel. And remember, straight back. We're still in yoga. We're not into yin. Inhale, straight back, chin up. Exhale, reach your chin to your toes. Stay with your breath. Use your exhales to reach your heart down towards your knee. And then slowly, 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 slowly release. Inhale, sweep your arms back up. And let it go. Let's switch to the other side. So your right thigh is kind of pushing out of your pelvis. And yeah, and your left foot is close to your right thigh. It may never meet. Yeah. Now, your right palm on your right thigh, and then slide it forward wherever it goes, either under your right calf or all the way to your toes. Push your left shoulder back so that your shoulders are aligned. Inhale, circle your left arm up and across, and take it to whatever level of side bending you can do. If you can, reach your left palm all the way to your right toes, but whatever you do, left hip pushes strongly down into the mat. Stay with your breath. Keep pushing your left shoulder back. When you want to release, slowly inhale with your release. And let it go. Neutralize your right thigh in the pelvis. So your left foot is now strongly against your right thigh. Make sure your heart is facing your right knee. Inhale, circle your palms all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Become tall in your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Reach under your calf or your foot or your ankle, whatever works. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, heart towards the knee. Keep your chin up, chin reaching towards your toes. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, settle down. Slowly inhale, arms up to release. And then wriggle your way into your nicest, juiciest Shavasana. Completely relax, completely let everything go, all your joints, all your muscles, even hidden places where you can hold tension. So the muscles of your eyeballs, the muscles of your throat, the muscles of your tongue, muscles of your shoulders, muscles of your glutes, everything, let it go, relax. Take a nice long deep breath in, and when you're ready, bend your knees to your chest with your exhale, and we'll move to happy baby pose. So the soles of your feet should rise up towards the ceiling, but your knees keep squeezing in towards your shoulders. Then get your arms between your knees and with your palms, hold on to the insides of your foot. Then push your knees as far out as you can. Push your heels as far away from each other as you can. Use your palms to push your knees down towards your armpits. If you find your tailbone rising, push your tailbone down. Use your breath to stay here. It's like a forward fold, but hopefully it's a baby pose and hopefully you're happy with this. Keep pushing down with your palms to get your knees to your armpits, but keep also pushing your tailbone down to flatten the lower part of your spine. And then when you're ready, gently rock from side to side like an actual baby. And whenever you're ready, roll over to your right. Stay there for a little bit and then kind of disentangle yourself. And then turn your face down, blink your eyes open, come back to seated, palms in front of your heart. Close your eyes, stay with your breath. Try and assimilate the benefits of your practice with this closing. Keep drawing your spine tall, keep your shoulders relaxed. Forward folds are extremely relaxing, as are side bends. Side bends could be a little energizing, but together they have this lovely feeling of getting centered, of going back, of withdrawing from the world and finding your inner peace. And just to kind of give you a taste of getting back into the world, let's do a little back bend. So circle your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades in, extend your elbows, take your heart up, chin up. And slowly release. Namaste yogis, as always, lovely to practice with you. So this closes our theme of twists, back bends, forward folds, lateral bends. If you want me to start a new theme next Sunday or the coming Sunday, do let me know. You know where to reach me. And enjoy the rest of your evening.